I remember he had, which is another cool story I never told about Dusty, but I remember he had me cut a promo, a babyface promo for FCW TV right after my son was born. And I want to say that was like my very first promo on FCW TV. I think it was. I'm pretty sure I hadn't debuted yet on there, but that was one of the very first things I did, and it was, just talking about how great it was to be a father for the first time. And I remember Dusty was right there coaching me, and for some reason, this stood out to me. But like, I was supposed to put over with intensity, but as a baby face, like how much drive I have now to succeed being a father. And I think I said something to the effect of, and I don't care who the hell stands in my, or who the hell I have to go through. Now, his note was, that was fantastic. He on the promo, he goes, I don't think you need to cuss. I don't think you need hell in there. And the thing is, he was absolutely right, which is weird because it's not even the word I use all the time, but for whatever reason in my character, I thought it fit the promo, but that was his note, and and we took it out, but it was great. And it was just cool, like how, he always had a vision for me, like who the real person was, and was trying to bring that out through my character. But just a small little anecdote I remember. Anyway, so back to this day in 2014, I'm talking with Dusty and just catching up, telling him about the family and everything. And again, like he tells me, and he's like, if there's ever anything you need, let me know. So it was cool. It was really cool. During these times, I would go work out when I showed up. And so I went into the Performance Center's gym, state of the art, Rogue machines. It was great. And I remember I walked in, and the gentleman who was in charge of the training program at that time, I can't remember what his name was, but it was my first time meeting him. And I remember walking in thinking like, oh man, I hope I don't have to go through like a workout class like with these other guys, because that's what everybody else was doing. And it was some workout, generic workout structured for everybody that the personal trainer would set out for everybody. And just for me, like, if you can't tell, I'm really into working out. I've been doing this for a long time. You have to put in how many hours? 10,000 hours, or 10 years, a decade. Okay, I'm over 2 times that. Like I've put in my time. So I wanted to do my workout, but I was cool. I was going to do whatever they said. But I walked in there, and I remember I went over to meet the guy who was in charge of it. And I remember the first thing he says to me, he's like, "Oh man, so nice to meet you." And he's like, "Hey, look, you've been on the cover of Muscle and Fitness. So what am I going to tell you? There's no advice I can give you." He goes, "You just let me know if you need a spot." And he's like, "I might ask you for advice." I was like, we were laughing, but hey, that was cool, man. It was cool for him to show that respect, but I was happy. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. They let me just do whatever I wanted there to work out. Man, I had a fantastic workout. Then after that, it was time to work in the ring. And basically the way it was is they had classes at different levels. And so they kind of had me just join a class here or there. And it was good, from a technical standpoint and stuff. But then I started to need, I don't know, there were certain things I needed, like gaps that I mentioned that I was missing at FCW. And so it would have been nice, like if man, like, if I had like individual instruction for that, but there's so much and so many gaps to cover, and they didn't have enough bodies for that. So it was more me trying to join these classes and patch up holes here and there, which I was able to do pretty good. And so it was cool.